Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official new start of Season 3 Pro League. Yeah! Video games.
I'm
Love
excited.
it.
We got a good match to kick things off.
We do. Denal going up against Epsilon in what could maybe be either...
This isn't the old Epsilon. They're not just going to be
true.
sacrificed at the hands of Denal. They may actually be able to put up a fight. Let's go into the game.
Oh, dearie me. Well, map number 1 is going to be Hardpoint Solo. We'll jump into the action right now. Hopefully, Parasite can improve the likes of Epsilon. Curious to see.
You can't really make them much worse.
That's brutally honest, but yeah, that's true. I'm looking for Temp really from Denal just to kind of lock things down. He's been a fantastic player so far in AW, and of course Season 3, if you are just tuning in, completely refreshed. Everyone on 0 wins, 0 losses. Every team plays each other once, and all 12 teams will be at finals. Your final placing in the league that will determine your seed.
It was the right way to do it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think some
I don't think you could have kind of had those results stand. You had a lot of teams playing 3v4, lots of teams with subs. So now,
some 2v3s in there as well.
Just going to clean the slate, say right move from MLG.
I'm looking over at Temp. He's going to be on that hard point. He's going to fall. A pretty close game off the break, as you kind of expect on Solar. 8 to 6 points in favor of Epsilon. They do have that lead. Hooked out, jumping on the hill, trying to pick up that scrap time. Looking at who has control of the spawns, though, going into the second hard point. It's going to be this man, Parasite, the new addition to Epsilon. A lot of people kind of looking at it. Parasite versus Swanee, who's kind of the better player individually, but since Parasite joined this team, they've looked good.
They're much different players, right? Parasite can run the AR SMG, more of a, I don't want to say, actually, no, they're both Slayers. I would take that back. Parasite, we've seen him do a lot of good OBJ work when he was on Phase Red around Champs time, but I think Parasite and this team are going to be more of a Slayer. You see Nagafen, he's going to be running about as well. It's probably just for Solar. I think in maps, so you see a little bit more SMG heavy. You'll see Parasite run the sub. I think this map, you can get away with 2 ARs. You pretty much need 2 ARs. Those are the two you're going to see for the guys on Epsilon. The SMGs, Remy and Royalty, expect Royalty to put a lot of pressure on the hill. Remy to do all that OBJ work. Speaking of Royalty, let's take a look at his perspective. He's notorious for that high sensitivity, to just spin around and just kind of whip his aim on towards the players. Nagafen on the hard point though, as Replay's already going for that rotation, 8 seconds left. Just trying to wrap around. He has a teammate in the form of Slasher who's going to be looking over towards the SG side. There's one nice play from him, and nothing crazy going on this far, Matt. Pretty even game. Yeah, you expected now, though. I mean, it was Epsilon that got a lot of time in the first, so as you see, Replay's absolutely destroyed too. He actually was almost able to take out Nagafen there. Hook gonna push in the hill, has one above him, has another one directly in front of him. It's gonna be traded with Temp. You'd expect Denal to make a comeback. Epsilon got a lot of time in that first hill. Since then, it's really been a lot of time in Denal's favor. Temp doing a nice job locking down this hill bend. Such great pre-fire on a 4 streak. You'd expect Denal to start pulling away here. Epsilon should start rotating up to this top soon. They're maybe going to have 1 or 2 more pushes at it. Then you would think about rotating. Looks like that is going to be the final push. In fact, no. Player spawns over towards Glass. It's Remy. 15 seconds, still wants to try and push in towards it. Replays and Temp have been holding it down the entire time. Replays finally springs into action. There's one. Can he find the second? Yes, he can. Third player for the 3-piece. Not going to happen. Finally drops, but I feel like that's just going to give Replays a good spawn. And now you can see this kind of fight over on the next hard point. Back parking lot. Hook wins one gunfight. Needs some support coming from his teammates, but he isn't going to get it in time. And luckily for Epsilon, they do manage to just pick up that scrap time. Get the early time as well, but Slasher immediately breaks with his battle against Royalty. Yeah, and Denal, I mean, they're just going to keep pushing all the way across the hill. You see Temp's going to have another one directly in front of him. He takes one out towards the mid, puts some nice shots in that player. He's going to have to back down. I would not probably sit near that car. It looked like it was on the verge of exploding. Hook going to come in from behind. We actually haven't really talked a lot about Hook lately. Temp and Slasher, I feel like, are the ones who kind of been getting all the love for this Denal squad, but Hook really makes it work because he brings that SMG slaying power that, you really don't get a lot of it with Replays. He brings a lot of it to the table. It almost makes up for 2 people. It was kind of strange watching Replays at Gfinity just play a completely different role and drop. He played well. He played so well. He was dropping stupid numbers, so many kills, and people kind of looked back and went, "Oh, didn't know Replays could do that. That's kind of impressive. Replays can kill things when he really needs to, but you put him on a team with, Slasher, Hook, and Temp. I mean, not that many kills for the guy to get. Simple as that. Yeah, especially when, 2 of the players he's playing with are dominant ARs and Temp and Slasher. They're going to be taking out players from range. When they get taken out, it's really going to be Replays going up against an AR player, and then, the free SMGs now for the opposing team, so it puts them in a really difficult spot. Looking at Replays. Player actually directly above him, but Epsilon keeping this one close.
What, just under 10 points, 9 points now. The difference between the two. Hotpoint will be contested. Slasher though, slaying up top. I feel like every time I look at that kill feed, it's predominantly the color red. Denal doing a great job of slaying Temp and Hook, both at 20 kills at the half. Slasher and Replays both at 15 over on the Epsilon side. 21 kills for Nagafen, 17 for Parasite, 14 for Remy, 12 for Royalty, who's actually been struggling a little bit so far in this game. But, you know, as we said, Epsilon still keeping this one close. Respectable,
but you have the feeling that Denal is in control of this game, Ben. I mean, you subtract that time that, you know, Epsilon got in that first hill, and you're looking at, you know, 30, 40 point lead for Denal so far in this game. So Epsilon needs to do a better job on the 2, 3, and 4 hill going into the second half.
Parasite on your screen, on the hard point as well, just dips off after picking up a couple of kills. He's on a 3 streak right now, looking to potentially pick up some more. There will be multiple players in front of him, but unfortunately nothing but hit markers come in. Remy able to clean up both those 2 kills though, before ultimately dropping. Now a bit of Royalty as he's going to pick up one more place to his right hand side. He falls, and again, you know, under a 10-point game. Denal not controlling it as much as they would have liked, considering the amount of kills. I mean, look at Temp right now, 27 and 12. Guy is simply killing everything.
Yeah, you'd expect him to have a much bigger lead when he's putting up those types of numbers, but this has really been the hill that Epsilon made it happen on the first time.
Right.
Now, doing it again here in the second half, they're going to take the lead here. It's going to be 98-95, but you got to wonder, if they can't win that garage hill, if they can't win the up top hill, how are they going to actually hold on to this lead and win this game?
Yeah, it's going to be the 2 vital hills that they're going to need to control if they're going to have any chance of winning this. Replay is kind of flanking the Epsilon flank. He has a barrel in his hand and should be able to clean up at least a couple of players here, but no look whatsoever. Remy's gone for the challenge as well. Replays a one-shot is going to fall. So Denal not going to get the favorable spawn, so Epsilon will be able to build themselves a little bit of a lead here. It's going to be Royalty and Nagafen on the hard point for Epsilon. The Denal push coming in, and you know, we can't question which hill will they be able to pick up a lot of time on. Epsilon did a great job with the early break and have held this hill phenomenally. Another 3 players go down. Denal just starting to slip away a little bit here.
This is huge. You see that all the kills in the kill feed start to come the way of Epsilon. I believe it was Royalty on a 5 streak. You have, you know, Nagafen was on a 3 streak, Parasite on a 4 streak, Remy on now a 2 streak. You know, all of those guys putting up really nice numbers in a row. That's why you've seen this game just flip completely the other way. Epsilon doing a nice job. Now all they have to do is win this garage hill, and it'll put this game away.
Looking at the spawners though, no one's spawning anywhere near, so this is basically down to Denal to win a big wave of players and kills to try and delay that push towards the hard point, because Denal need this time. And unfortunately, Hook did fall. Slasher's on the hard point though with his bow. He's had a pretty rough game, 19 and 31, nothing going his way. He's actually going to push out the hill with a bow. There's one. Not able to find the second though. Temp on the hill, picks up one. Again, multiple players to his left-hand side. Replay's looking to trade the kill with the ASM1. There's one, there's 2. Almost deja vu of what we saw the first time we were on this hard point. Replay's making big plays of his own with the ASM1. Teammates playing around the outside, and just like that, Denal tie the game.
And that's really what you were looking at. I mean, Epsilon, they needed to hold this hill, and Denal breaks it right away. They make all that time back up and more. They're going to take the lead. Ben, you know, this game's so close. It's going to come down to that up top parking lot. You're going to have to see who rotates there first and pushes all the way across the hill, blocks those spawns. You see the guys on Epsilon, they're going to start to rotate towards it. Denal going to take a lot of time here to get over towards this hill. It's going to be Temp, the furthest one pushed up. He's going to be able to pick up one. Now, left alone here on map side, not going to be able to fight all these 3 players. Going to have to wait for his teammates.
A big win as well over on glass side by Parasite. He was able to pick up Replays, who was trying to rotate around the outside. In actual fact, Remy's cleaned up Hook as well. Parasite has full control of glass. He's actually pushed a little far through that, to be honest, but luckily Remy able to pick up more kills over on map side. And with a minute 30 left, Epsilon again have the lead, only by 3 points, but it doesn't look like Denal's in any position to really jump on this hill and get full control of it. Again, more players trying to push down that glass side, but a big flank's going to come in. Temp's going to turn around, needs to pick up that gunfight, can't, and he will fall. And once again, Epsilon control this hard point. Man, this is unbelievable.
But you saw, you know, when Temp was trying to push over towards map side, didn't wait for his teammates on the other side of the map. I mean, his teammates were there. Replay gets a nice smash on that car, blows himself up, and the player on Epsilon. But if he would have waited for his teammates to, you know, make a play on the other side of the map, they would have been able to pitch, take the hill back. He doesn't do that. Epsilon locks it down for the eternity of the hill, pretty much. Now, it's going to be Denal have to go big here on this final hill. You got Hook picking up kills in the front. Replay is going to try and support him up top with the bow. The Hill's gonna be in control of Denal. Ben, can they make the comeback?
I mean, a Slasher on the hill trying to play his life. 3 players go down. Temp last man up. He's in no man's land. 30 seconds left. Down by 14 points and trailing. It's increasing every second. Temp's going to have to make a play sometime on the hard point. Surely there's going to be multiple players from Epsilon on there. He drops down. Can he pick up the kill? No, he can't. And I believe that's going to be Epsilon picking up map number 1. Did not see that coming at all.
No, huge win for Epsilon. I mean, if they're going to make this a series, they needed to take this game 1. They do it. Can they win the S&D? Denal so strong in S&D. No, before the pause of Season 3, can they win this? And this would be a huge, first match of the restarted season upset if Epsilon's able to take this.
Be a great way of starting off the refreshed Season 3. But Epsilon 1-0 up. Some big numbers coming up from Nagafin, 43 and 36, but they're now going to be kicking themselves after throwing that one away. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, jumping into game number 2, Search and Destroy.